I've lost my entire client list this year when I moved, so I had to start from scratch. And one of the biggest questions I get as a car photographer is, how do I find clients? And the easiest way for me to do this is to simply go to local events. And it can just take one local event to really change the direction of your photography business. All I did was go to Facebook events. I found a local cruise in here in my local town, and I simply went there and I talked to an older gentleman that knew a lot about the local area and all the events.
Yeah, just a cruise in, so you just show up and leave whenever you want to.
Yeah.
No fees, no cost or nothing.
That's so cool.
It all depends on the cruise in. There's a cruise in over due east here, about 30 miles, Wickler Park, and you'll get 150 cars.
And then from there, I actually talked to the organizer of the event, who told me that there's a whole group of people on Facebook that show off their cars and are looking for photographers and videographers.
Instagram and Facebook.
NWI car enthusiast page.
I think I found a photographer page, but I haven't found the enthusiast page yet.
Go to the NWI car enthusiast page, and I think it's like 50,000 members, but they always have something going on.
Perfect.
And so I put myself in that group, and I have been looking for clients ever since. And lastly, I went to the Chicago Clean Culture event, which is close to where I live currently, and I was able to connect with a community organizer that knows of every single car event that goes on in the Chicagoland area.
At some point, I would like to do more like local stuff, like go to local meets and stuff, which is why I like what you do.
These three people alone gave me enough information about the local area and the car scene for me to take action on. And that is the key here. You actually have to go out and put yourself out there, talk to people, go to events, whether they're free or they're paid, and actually find clients. This is going to be probably the hardest thing for you if you're not really good with cold leads, but once you get a few cold leads underneath your belt, you are going to get more organic clients as you go. And believe me when I say this, I've already done this a handful of times, and I already have people wanting to work with me privately. And I shouldn't have to say this part, but I'm going to anyways. As you are doing this process, figuring out who you're going to work with, go to these local events, go to these larger organized events, you need to be documenting your entire process. Because as you're documenting and taking pictures and showing them online, you're likely going to be piquing the interest of people in the area that you're in. 90% of the clients that I had in Indianapolis were from Indianapolis, and 90% of the time they came from social media because they saw my posts. And then the other 10% were warm leads that I got from previous clients. This is just as simple as marketing yourself out there and putting your work out there as often as you can. And by the end of it, you're gonna have a long list of people that you have the potential to work with, and then you have control over who you want to work with and when. And that is the power of networking.